Sarah Kingsley with MilitaryNews.com, and I'd like to thank you for joining us for the 2022 Heroes at Home Military Spouse and Little Hero Awards. In 2005, the flagship newspaper founded the Heroes at Home Military Spouse Awards in order to answer an important call: the need to acknowledge, recognize, and honor the military spouses in our community. These women and men have a profound impact on the lives of their families, our service members, and our communities. To be a military spouse is more than holding down the fort while their loved one is away serving in the armed forces. They volunteer, they support, they serve. They are on a constant go of high readiness, and they are committed to working for a better future. And they do all of it with grace, humility, humor, and a no-nonsense attitude. Their devotion can be stealth, coming into a community, seeing a need, taking on a role of support, making a positive impact, and then with new orders, they are on to make their mark in a new community. But today, we will shine a light on their positive impact and honorable efforts. We salute you and honor you today for your strength, support, and for going above and beyond on a daily basis. You truly deserve this recognition and show of appreciation. Understanding that military service is a family affair, we will also be celebrating our little heroes at home. They too share unending strength, personal sacrifices, support for other military families, and selfless commitment to our communities. To our little heroes, we are excited to celebrate you. We have some incredible honorees to recognize today, and I'm thrilled to share them with you. Now, let the celebrations begin. First and foremost, we invite you to stand for the playing of our national anthem. For more than a decade, we have been fortunate to have a partnership with our presenting sponsor, USAA. They are steadfast in their commitment to supporting the entire military community, especially you, our heroes at home. And now a message from Raja Hussain with the USAA team.
As your Jacksonville Military Affairs representative, I would like to congratulate all nominees for the 2022 Heroes at Home and Little Heroes Awards. Being a military family comes with its own unique challenges, and while this program will only select one winner in each category, every one of you goes above and beyond to support your service member and your local community. As with years past, USAA is proud to be a part of this year's program to recognize your service and your sacrifice. Thank you for all you do, and I wish each nominee all the best.
Thanks, Raja. We also would like to thank Navy Mutual and Omni Financial for their continued support and sponsorship of the Heroes at Home program as well. And now I'm happy to introduce your keynote speaker for today's event, Sarah Otto. Sarah Otto is a retired Navy spouse, a believer in the power of positive thinking, a social butterfly, and a Missouri girl in a Virginia world. She served as the ombudsman for the USS The Sullivans DDG-68 for over 3 years and a Navy Family Ombudsman Certified Ombudsman Trainer for 5 years. Sarah is the 2017 and 2018 NSF Dahlgren Armed Forces Interns Military Spouse of the Year, and has spent over 2 decades advocating for the U.S. military service members and their families. Sarah and her husband Jay are high school sweethearts and natives of Jefferson City, Missouri, but have called Virginia home since 2011. Sarah is currently the Family Engagement Coordinator at Lewis and Clark Elementary School in Ruther Glen, Virginia. Jay, a U.S. Navy veteran who retired in 2018 after over 21 years active duty, is currently a government contractor with Integrated Engineering Incorporated in Dahlgren, Virginia. They have 3 adult children, 1 granddaughter, 2 fur babies, and 2 goats. Sarah believes that the strength of a family, like the strength of our military, is in its loyalty to one another. There is a gap when it comes to mental health awareness and suicide prevention within the military community, and the Ohana Homefront Foundation was founded on October 4th, 2021 by Sarah and Marine Mills spouse Natalie Ely to fill the gap. The goal is to make sure that everyone in the military community is receiving the care that they need for their mental health by providing no-fee counseling and resources. Currently, the Ohana Homefront Foundation is becoming accredited for their crisis hotline. This is the first step towards the overall goal of building a nationwide counseling network to support all that serve, which includes military members, veterans, and their families. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sarah Otto.
Thank you for the introduction, Sarah. Good evening, Jacksonville Heroes at Home nominees and families. As Sarah said, I served as the ombudsman for the USS The Sullivans for over 3 years. So I'm very excited to be here with you all, as Naval Station Mayport has a very special place in my heart. Tonight, I want to take a few minutes to speak to you about mental health within our military community and about the Ohana Homefront Foundation. So raise your hand if you've ever gotten a voicemail of a doctor, dentist, professional counselor, or any other provider and heard these words. If this is an emergency, dial 911 or go to the emergency room of your nearest hospital. Now, imagine you're experiencing a mental health crisis. The goal is to ensure that there is no wrong door to those in need. However, in most cases, the biggest challenge is that there is only one door, and that's the hospital. An effective system of behavioral health, which includes mental health care, needs to provide multiple pathways and entry points for people to seek and receive care. The right care at the right time, in the right place, is essential to ensuring a good outcome for the patient. I know I'm speaking to the choir when I tell you that the military community is lacking crisis care services and the resources to invest in our community's behavioral health system. A safety net is only as strong as its weakest thread. I'm going to repeat that. A safety net is only as strong as its weakest thread. It's time for our community to join forces for the delivery of mental health services for our entire military community. Now, death is rarely an uplifting topic, but it's a universal one. Usually people talk about it or at least acknowledge it. If someone dies of a heart attack, for example, people offer condolences or maybe a loving gesture. Once you introduce the word suicide, however, people get uncomfortable. They look away, they change the topic. But did you know that asking about suicide does not increase the risk of an attempt? Instead, it actually decreases the stigma, alleviates feelings of isolation, and it increases the support, which decreases the likelihood of death by suicide. Since our military life is built around acronyms, I'm going to teach you a new one tonight. Believe. So let me break that down for you. Believe that suicidal comments or gestures are serious. Engage in conversation about thoughts and feelings. Listen without judgment or arguing. Investigate intent and access to lethal means. Express empathy for the person and situation. Validate how difficult and painful this is for them, and encourage them to seek support and escort them to access help if necessary. The opportunity to take a focused approach to building, strengthening, and expanding our behavioral health system is something that the Ohana Homefront Foundation is working on. So what is the Ohana Homefront Foundation exactly? Ohana Homefront Foundation, or OHF, is a 501c3 nonprofit working to end suicide within the military community as a whole. OHF does this through helping service members to safely process traumatic experiences and provide crisis intervention, and by empowering military spouses and families to feel confident and supported in caring for their service members and children, through creating a connection to communities and providing resources for their own healing. OHF knows that the impact of inadequate access and lack of quality care does not affect just our service members. It affects their families and the military community as a whole. So I want to leave you with 3 things. 1, suicide is not a bad word. The more that we understand and discuss it, the more we can help those affected by it and potentially save lives. 2, it's okay to not be okay. You don't have to have a great day all the time. 3, there is no wrong door when you take the step for your mental health, as long as you open that door. So thank you for having me tonight, and good luck to all of the Jacksonville Heroes at Home nominees.
Thank you, Sarah, for those inspiring words. It is now time to present to you the 2022 Little Heroes at Home finalists. Peyton Mulholland. Caitlin, Peyton's mother, had this to say about her. Peyton goes above and beyond, making sure she helps her mother and sister at home while her dad is gone. She is a loving, kind person that always puts others before herself. Peyton works hard in school. She helps to do chores around the house so her mother doesn't have to do everything herself. Iris Esmeralda Knox Lugo. Iris's mother, Maria, nominated her and wrote, "Iris is an outstanding student who challenges herself and does her best all around to improve in all of her assignments given to her. She's an excellent athlete and a ballet dancer, always excelling to benefit the group and herself. She stays highly motivated and engaged even when mom is not around due to deployments. Iris understands the sacrifices that come with being part of a military family and is always proud of being a military child. She is extremely caring of others, of their feelings and needs, and always willing to help those around her." Wesley Z. Cook. Wesley's dad, Tyler, shared the following about his son. Wesley, at 3 years old, is a new big brother now that his little sister Riley has joined the family. He has made it his mission to help mommy while daddy is at work, as he likes to say. He helps with dishes and cleaning around the house and keeps Sissy occupied while mommy is cooking dinner. He writes, "This is the first time I have been gone from the family for a deployment period, and I feel my son deserves to be recognized for our time apart. And so do we, Tyler. Great job, Wesley." Eileen Casey. Eileen was nominated by both her grandmother and stepfather, and here are their kind words about her. Eileen is a sweet 7-year-old girl who counts 3 parents as military members. Her mother, Claudia, is stationed at CSCS Det Mayport. Her stepfather, Andrew Branley, is currently deployed to C6F Area of Operations. And finally, her father, STG-1 Ben Casey, is stationed on the USS Vicksburg in Norfolk, Virginia. She has had to endure 6 deployments between her 3 active duty parents. Already in her life, Eileen has had to relocate multiple times from Virginia to San Diego, back to Virginia, and finally to Jacksonville as her family moves. She has had to pick up her life and make new friends wherever she goes, which hasn't proven difficult for a social butterfly like herself. Eileen is very active in April, the month of the military child, wearing her purple and leading the group activities at both school and daycare. She may be young, but she feels deeply, and if someone is feeling sad, specifically another military classmate or friend, Eileen makes it her mission to cheer them up. And now back to Raja from our presenting sponsor, USAA, to announce our winner.
Thanks, Sarah. What an impressive group of young people. Now I have the distinct pleasure of announcing this year's recipient for Little Hero of the Year award, as well as the $500 cash prize furnished by USAA. The 2022 Little Hero of the Year for the Jacksonville region is Eileen Casey. Eileen, on behalf of USAA and the Military Newspapers of Virginia, I would like to congratulate you on being this year's top Little Hero. We salute you for all the support you give to your family and friends. Even at such a young age, you are a wonderful example to your peers and couldn't be more deserving of this award. Congratulations to you, Eileen.
Thanks, Raja. And now our top finalist for the Heroes at Home Military Spouse of the Year Award, Laura Payne. Laura was nominated by her husband Matthew, who wrote the following. Laura Payne is a consummate caregiver and the most compassionate person I know. She holds an associate's degree in early child care education and a bachelor's degree in childhood development, which she uses as a certified child welfare caseworker for the state of Florida. In addition to her profession, she was the motivating factor in our decision to become licensed foster parents after transferring here to Florida. Since licensing, she has provided temporary respite care in our home for multiple foster children while we await more permanent placement of a foster child or children. In her free time, she volunteers to collect donations for local foster closets, where they maintain essential foster support items like children's clothes, toys, diapers, toiletry items, and many other items that foster homes may need after receiving a placement. She dedicates her personal time and resources multiple evenings every week to collect these goods, while still being an amazing mother to our 2 biological children as well. I do my best to let Laura know that I admire her selfless compassion and her care, and I'm not sure how she maintains this dedication while my duties take me away from home often. I believe she is utmost deserving of this recognition, and I am thankful for any consideration given to her story. Shelby Tassin. Shelby's husband, Evan, shared the following about her in his nomination. There are not enough words to describe the recognition that Shelby deserves for everything she has done, especially this past year. Starting with January 2020, I was chosen for temporary additional duty on an 8-month deployment on the USS James E. Williams. This was a very challenging year as COVID-19 had started and my ship hardly pulled into port. During this time, she was accomplishing 4 college classes at the same time while raising 2 children in elementary school by herself. I was gone 294 days in 2020. Additionally, she selflessly assumed the role as ombudsman for my parent command on the USS Thomas Hudner while I was gone, answering phone calls in support of over 300 sailors and their families in the middle of the night and throughout the day. Last but not least, beginning in 2021, she was alone again for 7 months in support of USS Thomas Hudner deployment, continuing the immense duties of ombudsman for a deployed command, and started volunteering every Wednesday at Navy Marine Corps Relief Society as a caseworker. During the arduous year, she supported her daughter Emma in the Girl Scouts, exceeding all her goals from badges to cookie selling season. Shelby is a proven good-earthed ambassador of military spouses and has given so much to expect nothing in return. This is why I think she deserves this genuine, awesome recognition. Jennifer Denicola. Philip, Jennifer's husband, nominated her, and this is what he had to say. Jenny Denicola is a first-rate rock star. She is an active duty spouse of almost 17 years, mother of our 3 sons, Mario age 14, Tony age 12, and Marcus age 8. Not only does she constantly take care of our children, but takes on even more responsibilities when I am deployed. I am currently on my 6th deployment on my 4th ship. On my first ship, USS Trenton, brand new to the Navy, she became the Vice President of the Family Readiness Group and took care of the families of over 300 sailors. On my 3rd ship, USS Carter Hall, she was member of the Family Readiness Group for the 3 deployments we had while at that command. When I got stationed in Illinois, she took on the Ombudsman role for Surface Warfare Officer School Unit and Training Support Center Great Lakes. She furthered her responsibility by becoming the Regional Ombudsman Chair for the Midwest region, coordinating training and resources for multiple commands. Now I am stationed on the USS The Sullivans, where before I even checked onto the command, her reputation landed her the role of Command Ombudsman. She dealt with hundreds of families while the ship conducted our historic deployment with the Queen Elizabeth British aircraft carrier. While we were deployed, she took on the role of administrative officer for the Mayport Sea Cadet Branch, where our 2 oldest sons are members. She maintains the cadets' training records, promotions awards, and attends every event unless there is a scheduling conflict with the Navy. She has always put everyone before herself. She is a symbol of strength and resilience to everyone she encounters in the Navy community. She has done all of this and more while battling Graves' disease. I do not know of a more deserving person for this award. She is definitely my rock and an amazing cheerleader for me and my entire Navy career. Jillian Hearing. John, Jillian's husband, wrote the following nomination on her behalf. Jillian and I have been married for over 15 years. We got married before I went to boot camp. We have 3 children together between 2 and 14 years of age. Throughout our time in the Navy, she has endured 5 full deployments that were at least 7 months long, 4 underways that were around 90 days long, and countless in and out periods underway, all without ever complaining or second-guessing our life choices that we have made together. We just moved from Norfolk, Virginia to Jacksonville, Florida in time for me to deploy again. She set up our house, got all the kids situated, and found a job, all while I have been gone. During this deployment, both of our vehicles developed issues, causing her to have to go out and find a new vehicle that is reliable for our family. Again, she has never complained about it and just replied with, "This is what I have to do to make it work." Additionally, while dealing with her own problems, she has invited other spouses over to our house when they feel lost, lonely, or confused about situations. She has even volunteered her time to babysit other spouses' children if they were in a pinch. She has definitely gone above and beyond as a military spouse, not only for me, but for other sailors that have worked around me too. Thank you for this opportunity to give her some recognition. Cassie Kasney. Cassie's husband, Chris, nominated her and had this to say about his wife. Cassie is the epitome of a military spouse that supports her fellow military spouses, takes care of the home front, and makes a tremendous difference in her field of work. Cassie was exceptionally fortunate to receive mentorship from some remarkable senior leader spouses early on in her husband's military career. Although she didn't know it at the time, that mentorship set the foundation for the mentorship she now readily provides other military spouses. Throughout the years, Cassie has established a vast network of military spouses that know and trust her to provide advice and mentorship without judgment. During her time at NAS Jacksonville, Cassie established regular get-togethers with her fellow military spouses, creating a culture of family amongst the group. She also supports numerous spouses that have started their own small businesses and podcasts, providing advice and support to them. Cassie has led her family of 4 through moves to 7 different duty stations, multiple deployments, and multiple elementary schools. Like so many military spouses, she researches the best schools, doctors, and sports programs in the new duty station and makes the arrangements to ensure her children can quickly acclimate to their new environment. In 2015, while working 2 jobs with 2 young girls in tow, she established and executed the PCS plan to move the family from California to Germany. This all occurred with little to no communication ability with her husband on deployment. Remarkably, Cassie has been able to work as an educator for the entirety of her husband's 19-year military career. Despite working as an elementary and middle school teacher in 8 schools in 5 different states, Cassie's passion to make a difference in the life of her students has never waned. Throughout all of these challenges, the one thing that remains steadfast is Cassie's Herculean ability to adjust her teaching style for each individual student that she teaches. She is currently a 5th grade teacher in St. John's, Florida, and will relocate again this coming summer. He closes with this: "I can think of no better deserving spouse to receive the Military Spouse of the Year than Cassie." Congratulations to all our 2022 finalists. And now once again, Raja joins us to announce the winning spouse.
Thank you, Sarah. I am pleased to have the honor of announcing this year's top honoree. As a token of our appreciation, the Military Spouse of the Year will receive a $2,000 cash prize, courtesy of USAA. The 2022 Heroes at Home Military Spouse of the Year for the Jacksonville region is Cassie Casney. Balancing life as a full-time teacher, mom of 2 beautiful girls, and a military spouse of 20 years has been both a challenge and a joy for Cassie. She has a genuine passion for mentoring and supporting her fellow spouses, and has always made her mission to ensure that everyone feels at home within their community. Cassie firmly believes that the military spouse community is a family where there is no rank or pecking order. They just need to be there for one another. After military life, Cassie hopes to move closer to her parents, find time to travel, and continue teaching and making a difference in the lives of our youth. On behalf of everyone at USAA, congratulations, Cassie.
Thank you, Raja. Congratulations to the 2022 Heroes at Home and Little Heroes finalists and winners. Each honoree will be receiving a custom glass award and their sponsor prizes in the coming weeks. You can read about our honorees, their areas of focus, and their advice to other military spouses in the Heroes at Home Military Awards Guide online. Our little hero will be in there too. It will be posted tomorrow on the Heroes at Home Facebook page. That's facebook.com/spouse awards. If you are not already on the Heroes at Home Facebook page, please join us there and share messages of thanks to all our military spouses for everything they do in support of our local communities. Thank you again to Sarah Otto for joining us today. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, USAA, as well as Navy Mutual and Omni Financial for their support as well. And thank you all for attending the virtual 2022 Hero at Home Military Spouse Awards. Last but not least, as a small thank you for joining us today, all pre-registered attendees were entered for a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The winners will be drawn at random following this presentation, so check your email inbox tomorrow and see if you're one of the lucky recipients. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great evening.